serve, Martina stays in the point. That kind of a shot is what turns things around.
Yeah, Cliff, getting back to that subject we were talking about earlier, semifinals, you know, this match between Chris and Martina, so much anticipation by the crowd. The one good thing about it is there's no way they're looking past each other to the final.
No. Neither one.
No, not at all.
All. Yeah, look at that forehand of Martina's. I want to make the point again that Steffi's forehand is the big strength in her game, and it's a far superior shot to Martina's. That's a factor. That shot is so important a part of anyone's arsenal. Of course, Martina volleys better than Steffi and serves when she's playing well better than Steffi.
So in this ninth game of the second set, some rather indifferent shots from Martina. Chris leads 40-15. Martina leads 5 games to 4. Will be serving for the second set when we return.
Navratilova leads 5-4.
Well, if the skies would happen to darken and the rain would begin, that 350-ton retractable roof would move into place and taking anywhere from 25 to 45 minutes to get the job done. Of course, they'd have to dry off the court for whatever rain would happen to hit it. So far during this championship, just on 2 occasions, the roof has been moved into place. Other than that, it is wide open during the matches day and night, and they will close it during the evening after the play is concluded. Martina serving for the second set and scored a goal as she found the open spot there with the left foot.
Love.
Very sweet.
15 all.
I think you have the point 1. First with a shot like that.
Fifth double fault for Martina. 15-30.
Looks like she's trying to get into the net before she's hit the ball sometimes. She's just rushing it.
The wind picks up here generally in the afternoon. I don't know if that's had any effect on our ball toss or not.
Second serve.
Uh-oh.
15.
Double break
40.
point for Chris Evert.
You could almost see her saying in the middle of that swing when I'm going to change my mind, because the obvious volley for her was down the line, and then she tried to change it because she saw Chrissy going to close the gap.
30-40.
And the longest point of the match in the 10th game of the second set, and Chris Evert breaks Martina Navratilova to even it up at 5-all in the second set.
You can jab it.
Love.
Martina with 26 unforced errors, Chris with 13. And Chris has hit 10 more winners than Martina, 29-19. Fred, is the wind a problem in the stadium court at all?
No, I don't think so. It is blowing a little bit down here, but I think Martina is just miscuing that forehand. I believe, as Cliff mentioned, she wants to get to the net and sort of hurried that one in her attempt to do so.
Just long. Cliff, you talked about the forehand of Steffi Graf and how impressive it is. Martina's forehand today, 13 errors and just 5 winners.
Well, see, that's the thing. That is what the problem is. Now, this is a fast, hard court, and it's supposed to help Martina. Anything fast is. Yep. Because it gives her a chance to get into the net like you saw there. But the thing is that Chris has played so unbelievably well on her serve and reasonably well on her own serve. They've traded serve breaks a few times in the second set.
So now a break opportunity for Martina. Fifth break point opportunity. She converted on 2 in this set.
That was a break.
Chrissy came in.
Passing shot hit the tape and stood up, asking to be smooth for the winner, and that's what Chris did. Take a look at it again. This one right here. See, that would have been a tougher volley for Chris to hit Had it gone over, a little bit of help, and she's back in this game at deuce.
She's won 5 of 6 at the net.
Advantage, Everett.
Wow, Chris Evert with the advantage at 5-all.
You knew that Martina knew where Chris was going that time because she's hit that backhand cross-court so many more times than she has the down the line. She covered for the shot but didn't make the volley.
Deuce.
Well, Chris said, oh yeah. She knew she didn't get enough angle on it. Martina was able to get to it. It's back to deuce.
I think tactically that was a pretty good play from Chris Evert, but she didn't put enough stick on the volley, and she knew it.
Just long.
Advantage, Everett.
And advantage back to Chris Evert.
It's turning into another classic Evert Navratilova match. It really is.
Game, Everett.
Wide,
She
and
leads
Chris
6-5.
Evert now leads 6-5. National Tennis Center here in Melbourne. Martina Navratilova needs to hold serve to send the second set to a tiebreaker. And Chris Evert would like to come up with a little bit of magic right here and get this semifinal match completed. The winner to meet, Steffi Graf. Hour and 26 minutes so far.
Love 15.
That's just a fine passing shot. Not much you can do about that.
Martina's first serve percentage 54%. 10 service winners and 5 double faults.
15 all.
Tentative first serve from Martina, and the sun is not a problem for her.
Second serve, she missed that first one, sort of rolled around the outside of the ball.
Thank you. Excuse me.
Big opportunity there missed by Chris, because very rarely has she missed a returner serve on the second serve.
Martina says that's one for me. I got lucky once.
Yeah, it's one to remember, too, because there is,
30-15.
goes without saying, a monumental difference between 15-30 and 30-15, especially when she's serving for it, and she's been so unsuccessful lately on her own serve. She's been broken 5 times in the match. 5 times.
Oh, look at the backhand winner down the line as Martina came in. Boy, Chris has done that countless occasions
30
today.
all.
Boy, that wasn't a bad volley. It was deep into the corner, but just enough time for Evert to set herself for that passing shot.
Oh, my goodness.
Boy, now the air
40.
and a match point for Chris Evert.
It has not been a great day for Martina. The match is not over yet, of course. But you've got to hand it to Chris. She has played extraordinarily well. Pinpoint accuracy.
27 unforced errors for Martina. defeated Martina Navratilova in straight sets, 6-2, 7-5, to advance to the finals of the Australian Open against Steffi Graf. 1 hour and 29 minutes. And in the 76th meeting between these two outstanding competitors, Evert wins for the 36th time.
Well, I think Chris just shell-shocked Martina into staying back, and that was a mistake. I remember when Mike Estep first took her over, boy, he said, just come on in regardless of what else happens. And that's what she did, and that's why she was so successful for so long.
And Chris Evert, who had been in the final of her 5 previous Australian Opens, will make it a 6-pack. And Fred Stolle, boy, she showed us some beautiful passing shots in that first set and was able to come back strong in the second set with more of the same stuff.
She pretty much dominated the first set, Roger, and then was down a break and was down Martina serving for the second set. As we have a look at the stats there, and the unforced errors tell the story. That's the overall story there, but Chris Evert was able to come back from adversity and just pinpoint accuracy from the back of the court on those passing shots. And let's not forget that double-handed backhand return of serve.
Oh, look at the backhand winner. 16 for Chris Evert. And, of course, the big difference in the unforced errors. Double faults, 5 for Martina, 2 for Chris. And also look at the percentage of first serves in, 78%.
Look at the Roger, the first serve percentage for Martina is probably more significant, only 55.
Right.
That hurt her, too.
Chris played a really, really great match. She didn't, she didn't let up, and she had a lot of great winners. But obviously, I was pretty disappointed because I played pretty well except for my volleying. Everything else was good, but my volley just went south, I think. I don't know.
When you have a day like that and you set pretty high standards, can you try too hard?
I don't know. I tried pretty hard, but, you can't let up. I mean, you say, well, maybe I shouldn't try as hard. You can't do that. But I kept trying to figure out what was wrong with my volley, but, couldn't just quite do it. I kept singing this damn song. I couldn't get rid of it. Tie Me Kangaroo Down. Maybe that was my problem. I was hopping around instead of running, but anyway.
Well, we certainly hope we haven't seen the last of you because you have a mixed doubles this afternoon. So all things going according to plan, perhaps we'll see you back here in the final of that.
Thank you.
We certainly hope so. Bad luck today. Martina Navratilova, and a winner, Chris Evert. I think the applause says it all. Not much more for me to say. Somebody coming down said they should name a wine after you because you get better as each day goes by. Is that fair comment?
Well, I think, today's match against Martina, she had all the pressure, and I had no pressure at all. I think that I played pretty mediocre throughout this whole tournament until the last 2 matches, and then, this match I played great, but I had nothing to lose, and she's a great champion. It was so funny. Every once in a while when I'd pass her, I'd hear, great shot, and I'd kind of look because not many opponents, really compliment great shots, and she did it.
That lack of pressure, has there ever been such a thing between you two since you first met and on that memorable day in Akron, Ohio?
Well, I think there's always pressure, but, Martina has the edge over me now in career matches, and the last really 5 years she's had the edge over me. So, I just feel really relaxed when I go out there because it's no crime to lose to her. She's been #1 for so long and still in contention for #1. So, as I said before, pressure plays a big part when we play each other.
You've got an interesting little piece of trivia against your name. Now, every time you've played the Australian Open here, you've made the final. Now it's against Steffi Graf. How do you feel about that?
I haven't even thought about it, to tell you the truth. It's just playing Martina in the semifinal, I sort of stopped my thinking at that point. because I didn't want to get overconfident. Now I can start thinking I have 2 days, and I can start thinking about her. And she's played unbelievable the whole tournament. I've seen her play some matches, and she's the best player playing right now. And again, there'll be no pressure on me, so I hope that I can play well.
We do too. Congratulations
Thank
today.
Thanks.
Chris Evert,
Thank you.
through to another final of the Ford Australian Open. We'll be back at Flinders Park in just a moment.
So Martina Navratilova defeated by Chris Evert in the semifinals, and Evert now moves into the finals of the Australian Open against the top-ranked player in the world, Steffi Graf, who defeated Claudia Kotokil.